It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 22.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Saints with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. It doesn't put them in bad situations. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Winston. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Let's go.
So here are the Panthers backed up to start their initial drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now on 2nd and 13. Young, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 5 catches, 61 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game. And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Young off the play fake. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line.
As make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here is Young. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Young. That one complete to Anderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. To the air once more, Young. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Young. That escapes the sack. That is caught by Anderson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. McCaffrey is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Again, McCaffrey.
Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Young now. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage, even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up the first.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Winston looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they just decide to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now
they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Young. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
But defensively, you're up there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. McCaffrey on the counter. Oh, nice move. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now Young. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped it pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Throw left side complete. That's more. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good. And they're able to double their lead in this 1st half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And that's a nice pickup at the first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Winston now. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Winston. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Winston. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. Taken down here by the Saints. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but... Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Shakes off the sack. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first down throw for Young. That caught by Tremble. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll throw again. Young. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this one is incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Allen's got it over the middle. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Young on 3rd and 2. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Now, I guess, partner, you call that a covered sack.
Oh, without a doubt, because where did he have to go with the football? I know everybody wants to get on him about, hey, get rid of the football. You had too much time in the pocket. But he's scanning the field, nowhere to go, and that allowed the pressure to ultimately get to him.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin in the AFC North as we head up to M&T Bank Stadium. Baltimore hosting Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the second quarter. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. It's Young off play action. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Stays on his feet. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Young will set to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. On second down, McCaffrey shifts by him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 5 now. Young. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. To throw, Young. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, I think that time we just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. On third down, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Young on third down. He finds his man complete. That's more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Young. He finds his man complete. It's more. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
From the red zone now, Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Young working out of the gun. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup.
From the 27, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He was covered by CJ.
Winston. Finding Harris over the middle. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
Winston. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. To the air again with Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Now here's a throw. It's complete. 7 yards the pick up there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw, Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Bravion Roy gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the Panthers coming out now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Young on 1st down. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing. Young. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
They'll try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Young. Incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Young to throw it. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Time again to see Jameis Winston in this Saints offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Winston. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Jameis again. That's complete to Troutman, right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now Young. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. David Onyemata able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 37.
And he'll start with a give to Kamara.
And he stopped immediately there.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Jameis to throw it. It's brought in by Harris.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.